Hello everybody, welcome to week 1 of the second Pokemon Muck Draft League. This is what I'm going to try to do every week, except for I'm going to get the first week done and then I'll be out of town for the next 3. But after that I'll do a nice little catch-up video and get everything, and do a little shoutcast of every match. So my plan is I'm going to give a little, some thoughts on each team as I open up the match. I know who wins some of them just because I put the stats in, but I'm also hoping to kind of surprise myself and purposely trying to not commit to memory who did what. And then as I go through, I will, just kind of give an analysis, talk about them after each game, and see how we go. So let's get to it. So we have the returning champions, the Colorado Boldores, captained by Alex, versus the Resort Area Goonsquad, captained by myself. This is honestly probably one of the biggest matches of the week. We have the returning champion versus the person who went undefeated throughout a whole regular season last season. Let's see how it goes. We can see the Boldores are bringing Regieleki, Dragapult, Mimikyu, Porygon Z. He lost his Porygon from last season. Nidoking and Rotom Heat form. Lot of speed here. Dragapult, Regieleki, super fast. The rest aren't super crazy fast. Porygon 2 has some speed. He's got 306, which is pretty high as his max. But the rest aren't super fast. Could have a Scarf hiding somewhere. And the Rotom is always tough because he could be, any of 4 types. He's got, again, very fast. Not an immediate clear game plan, and as the person who's playing against him, mostly what I thought he was going to bring. Nidoking I was expecting for some reason, but Rotom I just had no idea what he was going to bring, and I knew how much he left Porygon last season, so I thought he would bring him too. Now for my team, we have Mewtwo, Vaporeon, Zorora, Serperior, Gardevoir, and Lucario. So originally my team, whenever I made it, did not have Gardevoir or Lucario in it, but I figured first match, gotta bring those two, and I know Lopunny is also my captain, but I switched out Lucario in for Lopunny. Mewtwo, just such a powerhouse, and I'm gonna try, Vaporeon will be in a lot of my matches just because, it's Vaporeon. It's kind of the mean Pokemon for this. Zorora, I just need some physical presence because of, a lot of my guys are special attackers, and Serperior, honestly, probably shouldn't have brought. He's very strong, but honestly, into this team, Grass type just doesn't do that much. But I mostly brought him as a Regieleki counter. So here we go for the actual match. I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, just keep up with it, because otherwise these videos will be an hour long each. So, first off, we have Mewtwo versus Regieleki. Regieleki definitely outspeeds Mewtwo. Mewtwo with pressure, which is a tough decision. I should have probably switched that one out. Zorora came in expecting probably the electric attack, but puts up Light Screen. Didn't even think about that. But this is when Regieleki and Alex learn that he has Volt Absorb. Knockoff, just a good item. Gets rid of the Light Clay, so he only gets... I should have known that for the second game. Only gets 2 extra... Or I guess they're going to go down about the same time. But he switches to Nidoking with the ground type, and Knockoff, just good into everyone on his team, switches it out again. Goes into Vaporeon, who survives the Earth Power quite easily. Leftovers is good on Vaporeon all the time. Switches back to Regieleki, get that electric type advantage, and puts up a Wish. Now, what will this with the electric advantage go here? He'll switch actually to Porygon 2. Wow! Muckster switches or does his Terrestrialization, expecting electric attack. Doesn't happen, but he does get the Lucky Burn and the full heal from the Wish. Can't complain about that. Reflect is gone. Switches back to Regieleki because Reflect is gone. Wish again, so no damage put down. Light Screen is gone as well. Puts Reflect back up instead of Light Screen, despite this being a special attack coming in. Takes out Regieleki. Porygon Z comes in now. Gotta assume they got some side attackers ready for that, so I put in Lucario. Nasty Plot, always ready to do just a ton of damage. But will Lucario survive a hit from this? Doesn't matter because Lucario is faster, and the close combat with Mega Lucario takes him out. Having 3 possible Mega Evolutions on the team, now he finally knows who it's going to be. Rotom comes in, scary matchup for Lucario, goes with the Will-O-Wisp. Good to get the Lucario out of the way from getting the burn. Now, Vaporeon doesn't like it, but doesn't hate it because he is a special attacker. Puts up the Wish, not knowing what was coming in. Burn continues the damage. Reflect's finally gone. Earth Power comes in. Only does 34%, so not too much. Scald comes in and one-shots Nidoking. I think that's the first big mistake from Alex here. That was just a lot of damage just taken off for no real apparent reason. Mimikyu comes in. We all still has the protection, so takes no damage on the first go and uses that opportunity to take his... oh, wait. I got ahead of myself. He did use Sword Stance. He already used it, so he got the free Sword Stance off. He misses with the 90% Play Rough, which is obviously very disappointing, and the Wish comes out. Now he's going to use Play Rough again. Yes, he is, after he switches to Lucario. Does only do neutral damage, and the Wish comes in and brings him back to full. Mimikyu still burned, so he's doing significantly less damage. Dragon Bolt comes in, but the Furry Bait comes in and hits him for 41%. So, hits him again for 45% the second time, getting a little stronger. Oh, but the Flamethrower one-shots Lucario. Dragon Bolt almost dead. Looks like he has a Life Orb. Vaporeon comes back in and probably, knowing that Life Orb was going to kill him, just leaves it and uses Wish. Probably should use Protect, but ends up getting the kill anyway. Then comes back out Rotom. The Wish is in the air, Protect comes in, and Wish is just going to bring him back to full. But the good read from the Nasty Plot makes it so this is really just a healing turn, but gets a good setup for the Boldores. Overheat comes in, does a ton of damage, but unfortunately Special Attack goes back down, so he's back at neutral, and the Wish comes in. Will he switch? No, he will not. He will go down. I guess I knew that because I'm the one who did it, but the Overheat takes him out, and now Rotom is at half Special Attack. Now, what will happen here? Psy Strike, critical hits. I'm curious if that was needed. I feel like it was, because I don't think it was going to do enough. Mimikyu is back in. He is broken. He shows off the Terror type for some reason and goes down in the end. That is our first game of the season, and myself, the Goonsquad, end up taking it. Now, let's look at some numbers here, because there was some bad luck. There were 2 consecutive burns from Scald, which really did make a difference. And also just a ton of damage in general with the also missed Play Rough, which I don't think would have done too much, but was enough. So, first game, Mewtwo and Vaporeon both come away with 2 kills from that first game, while for Alex and the Boldores, he only got 2 kills total, and they were sprinkled around with Dragapult and Rotom. Now, there was some annoyance from the total accuracy. The team of the Goonsquad didn't miss any, also only used 100% type attacks, and did get 1 crit out of the 12. So yeah, it's statistically higher, but also doesn't really matter. It was 1 time. Then, if we look at the Boulder's stats, the damage dealt they had, the total accuracy was 92%. They missed 1 attack total, which their total accuracy was 95. Yeah, it sucks. It's a little bit off, and they hit 0 crits, which is a little unfortunate. I wonder if that will re-equalize itself in the second game. I minimized too many screens, and now you can see my background. I'll just pause it there and get in a second. On to game 2. Those of you who don't know, all of the teams that cannot switch in between games unless there is an agreed upon thing between the 2 players, like if somebody accidentally brings a wrong move or something, only if their opponent allows it will they be switched. There was none of that in this game, and I think none of it for the whole week, so we can just move past that. Did I turn the volume down? I did. Let's go. Let's see if our starts are similar. Last time we started with Regieleki and that, and Mewtwo, nope, we went Rotom Heat and Lucario, so 2 new switches. That is tough for the Goonsquad, so he switches out to Gardevoir, takes the burn, but the Synchronize does nothing because Rotom is in fact already a Fire type, so it doesn't do anything. Psychic comes through for Rotom, doesn't do that much damage, only does about half. Volt Switch comes through, about a quarter. Gardevoir is quite tanky. Mimikyu's back out. Unbusted costume, and just going to take the breaking of the costume here, just going to live with that. And is he going to Sword Dance again? He will not. He will straight into Shadow Claw, which is enough to take out the Gardevoir. Next up is Lucario. Lucario is back. Will Mimikyu stay in? He will not. What will Lucario do? Lucario will Mega Evolve and take the free Sword Dance. How much damage will this do? Because that could be a scary hit into this Rotom. Close combat into Rotom, because I always forget this is no longer Ghost type. Rotom goes down early. Regieleki's back. It is the fastest Pokemon in the game. It puts up a Reflect. Earthquake comes through and one-shots Regieleki. He is the fastest, but he's not the tankiest. Nidoking comes out. Earth Power back into Furry goes down. That 2/3 defense takes out Lucario easily. Survivor's up. Dragapult comes in on the switch, and the Leaf Storm is going to do actually did a lot of damage there. But not enough to... Ooh, he actually survives the Flamethrower. And the nice thing is, with Contrary, he gets the up in the attack, and the second Leaf Storm does take the kill. Who's coming up next? Nidoking. This is another one that he's really just not that good into. Was faster than his Survivor, I think. Or Survivor, he kept saying that. He had to take the L. Vaporeon's in. This is 3-3 right now. This is a close game. We got both Terrasalizations ground and poison the same turn, but a critical hit and resisted. It's a good thing he did that Terrasalization, or Vaporeon will be down. The Scald comes through on Nidoking, makes the damage not do as much as well. Those were actually two great Terrasalizations. We get the Wish off, and Vaporeon is going to sit here into Porygon Z. Will he get... He goes for the Scald. Will he burn again? He does not. The Wish comes in, brings him back to full. Now, what is the plan here? Tri-Attack comes in and does, one-shots Vaporeon. I honestly forgot about that. A lot more damage than I expected. Alexis Texas, also known as Zorora. Didn't see this in the first game. The knockoff does a lot to Nidoking. He's got a 3-2 advantage for the Boldores, but knockoff is enough to take him out in 2 swings. He got rid of that Choice Scarf speed. Mimikyu comes back in. Plasma Fist, his special move does not do enough, but it does take him down close. Also makes Swords Dance's type electric, which is very funny to me. He comes back in, Plasma Fist takes him out to finish, and all that is left is Porygon. Is he fast enough to take out Alexis Texas to Zorora? Close Combat comes through first and takes him down. That one was much closer, only having 2 left in the end, and a lot less RNG, I feel like. But the Goonsquad did end up taking the game very cleanly. Let's look at some stats. So, in the end, Nidoking ended up being the MVP for the Boldores in that game, getting 2 kills. Everybody else got a couple sprinklings of 1. Nothing too impressive. But Zorora and Lucario ended up carrying the second game for the Goonsquad, getting that first win of the season, getting revenge after the playoff loss. Accuracy about as expected. Total crits there. He came back around a little bit, but I don't remember any of them actually mattering too much. The Dragon Ball really did work with its type coverage, and no crits for the Goonsquad. So that is the end of Game 1. That is a win for, well, me. If you look at it in the end, I think it was well played by both teams. I think both people had some mistakes. The Lucario going down for the flamethrower in the first game was a big mistake. But also kind of getting a little too switch happy for the Boldores in the first game. Not really accomplishing anything through the switches, and then also getting some counter switches as well. So good first match of the season. Hopefully the rest are as entertaining as that one. So for our second match, we have the Bonteville Corvinights versus the Alamo City Alakazams. This is our first strategy team and our first theme team. No, I guess second theme team, because mine was in the first one, but this is another theme team. Let's go through the strategy team first. We have the stall team of the Corvinights with Alomomola. Probably going to say that wrong the whole time. Clefable, Galarian Corsola, Corviknight, Clodsire, and Hydrapple. They are honestly quite slow across the board, but they are tanky as hell, and I could see this being a problem for the slow start enabled and just in general nerfing themselves team of the Alakazams, where we have Regigigas, which with slow start. Sylveon, the only one that doesn't really have a disadvantage because it is just so damn cute. Also was the kill leader last season. Palafin, which has to switch out to really reach its full potential. Terapagos, which just having on a team kind of shows that you're probably going to terrestrialize that one. Archeops, which, if you didn't know, whenever he gets below half, his attack and speed are both halved, so he just gets real hurt real easily. And Toadscroll, which is very fast, but if he uses a status move, he automatically goes second, but that can affect any Pokemon. So this is going to be a very interesting one. Let's see. Could be a long one. Galarian Corsola, I'm going to bet you that has Evilite on it versus Archeops. Archeops doesn't want to go below half. The Stealth Rock to get it off early, and Whirlpool is going to keep Archeops in. He cannot escape now, and he's going to take a little bit of damage every turn. I feel like that's a Square Hammer. That's a great name. He takes his Head Smash, does a decent amount of damage, but also takes that, and he is now below half, so he's going to do a lot less. And Stealth Sap is going to be a pain in the ass where it goes even lower. He tried to Stealth Drop again. Because he got disabled on his previous attack, so he might just be stuck. He is Whirlpooled again. Brave Bird comes through. Critical hit, but just doesn't do that much damage. He's at essentially a quarter damage at this point, and he goes down. Cursed Body is going to be a pain in the ass from this Corsola. Regigigas, he is a slow boy right now, but let's see if he gets better. Thunder Wave. He uses the Thunder Wave. It doesn't affect anything from his slow. Strength Sap is going to be annoying. He has lower attack right now, but at least he is paralyzed over there. Uses to Protect, and That Protect is wasted because he got paralyzed. Regigigas needs to get through these Protect turns. Knockoff, getting rid of his item. He gets rid of the Evilite. I was correct. So those stats are no longer doubled. Whirlpool, Regigigas, well, he's here for a while anyway, but he wants to be here anyway because of slow start. Protect goes up again, and he's paralyzed again. Of course he is. So that's another wasted Protect. I believe that leaves one more turn for the slow start. The Smack there doesn't do as much damage because his item's already gone, and he gets the Will-O-Wisp for the burn. Quite annoying. It's going to offset his stuff, and he's going to be half his damage. But he's no longer... Wait, did his slow stop wear off? He got his act together. His slow stuff is gone, but he still protects there, gets a little bit of damage back, but the Whirlpool is going to out-damage it. He probably should have saved that here. The knockoff is super effective, but only does 22% because his attack is so low from the strength up, and he goes back to full because Regigas' attack is so... or HP is so high. He's still going to get chip damaged, and he's going to protect again. He probably should stop protecting because the Whirlpool is just going to keep chip damaging him. Strength Sap, does that go through it? No, it does not. It protected. Then next attack comes through. Knockoff hits him again. Curse damage. Knockoff is now disabled. He cannot use it. But the Square Hammer is paralyzed at the same time. Palafin is now in. He's tired of just smacking his face off the wall. Whirlpool misses. It is like a 80% chance, I believe. Jet Punch. Not going to do that much from Palafin. Whirlpool, but he is now stuck unless he has Flip Turn, which is kind of the signature move of Palafin, which he does have. So he gets out of dodge, gets out, and Regigas comes back. Slow start is unfortunate to come back, and the Strength Sap is going to bring Corsola back to full. Fortunately, Regigas, I think if he ends up getting Whirlpooled, he's going to die in about 5 turns anyway. The Paralyzed finally has the turn where Regigas did not use a Protect. He uses Protect again here, though. Whirlpool comes through, blocked by the Protect. A little bit of healing. It's all gonna equal out in the end. He switches out into he is now a hero. Is he gonna be all of our heroes now? But actually, we take the switch over here and get Clefable out there, but immediately switches out to Alomomola, who apparently has boots on because he did not take damage on the switch, and the flip Ice Punch is nothing, and the Flip Turn does even less. But he switches out back to Regigas. He keeps wanting to get this Regigas going, but he is slow, and he has another goddamn Whirlpool. He's stuck, he's burned, he's just getting bopped down as he goes. Chilling Water doesn't do that much, it makes his attack go down, but he gets a big paralysis off, which could be helpful. There's so much just chip damage. Honestly, just take the L on him, knock your item off. You got the heavy duty boots out, so if he switches out, he's going to be, he lives with 1%, but we all know that it's going to go up, and then down a little bit more to take the big Titan out. Regigas is gone. Toadscroll, love his design, he's fast as hell, he's fun. Also, because I don't remember either, he is a ground grass. Leaf Storm comes through, but unfortunately he switches to Clodsire, who has Poison Ground, so it's neutral effective. Palafin comes back in, which that super effective will hit him. What did Clodsire do? Nothing, because he was just chilling. He did the switch. And Flip Turn again onto the Square Hammer. This motherfucker is back, and is he going to use Strength Sap? He's at 8%, and it's disabled, and Strength Sap is going to hit him, lowers attack. It's going to do so much healing. 24% is all the attack did the first time. Sludge Bomb comes through, does not get the poison. He needs that poison. Nightshade, we are playing at 58, level 50, so it's going to do that much every time. And Strength Sap is going to be a great call. Bring him back to full and take that attack down. Jet Punch comes in, does decent damage, but he's already quartered, and he's third down, and he's going to go even lower after the burn. Flip Turn does a little bit of damage, not too much, but he switches back out into Toadscroll is back. Whirlpool is now, Toadscroll is going to be stuck for the next 5 turns because he does not have a way to escape this. I don't know what his item is, but that's not going to be enough, and he's probably going to Strength Sap back, and he does. So his special attack is down, the attack goes down, but all that he really cares about is that healing. Leaf Storm is just going to keep doing less and less damage every turn because going down by 2 stages. Nightshade comes through, puts him to 1, and Whirlpool will take him to the grave. Who is his next Pokemon? He's going to send out Terrapagos. He's so dang cute in that form. Don't know why it exists other than to sell plushies. Switches into his normal form and then terrestrializes like he honestly should. Starstorm is going to do only 29%. Strength Sap comes in, and he has a lot of HP. It heals him so much! How much PP does Strength Sap have? Strength Sap has 16. He's used it 9 times, and it's still there. Whirlpool is out on Terrapagos. Can't use Nightshade because he is a normal type, and he can't use Rapid Spin because he's also a ghost type. Waste a turn there, but I think it's because he is blocked by, he got disabled by the Cursed Body. This Cursed Body is going to be a big pain in the butt. The burn is now officially doing more damage. Toxic, which is a great choice there. It just missed. Whirlpool continues hitting him, and the disable is gone on, I guess, Starstorm. Please, It failed because he did nothing. Oh, because he's already paralyzed. He can't have an additional status condition because he's already paralyzed. That would be a better one if he didn't get the paralyzation, which felt pretty good earlier, and it just kind of feels kind of bad now. I'm hoping he keeps using Toxic because I think all his other moves are disabled. Can I see that? I cannot. I'm pretty sure it's just because his other moves are disabled. Whirlpool comes in and he's got the burn and all the stuff. It's just going to take him out. Who comes in now? Sylveon. Sylveon comes in. Clawstar comes. Oh, the poison type is going to be good against the fairy, especially. Oh, Calm Mind, though, is a good choice here. Is the Sylveon going to do some work? This is the kill leader from last season. Puts up the protect, and good stoppage there. But unfortunately, all that gets is a little bit of healing from it. Another Calm Mind, which is interesting because he is a physical attacker, but he's just really tanky. Just doesn't do that much damage. Wish comes out from Sylveon. This feels familiar from our last match, but the Toxic is going to be devastating for Sylveon, who wants to stick around in this match a little bit longer. Protect, he's going to get the healing off, but unfortunately that means that Toxic stats are going to go higher. Kind of wish he used an attack there because he was going to survive either way. He needed to get it off. Hyper Voice is unfortunately a fairy type attack, which because of pixelization, so Poison Jab is going to do a lot, and it's not going to do much. Taking 18% each turn. Next turn, he's going to take a lot more. Take 25 next turn, so all he has to do 10, and that's going to do enough to kill him without the toxic damage. Palafin is our only one remaining. He is hero form, but he is also already burned. Hydrapple, who is grass type, is coming in to be a problem, and the Jet Punch is not going to do that much, but he does have an Ice Punch, if I remember correctly from earlier, and it's going to do not that much thanks to the burn. That is unfortunate. Infestation, God, I hate this team already, and I've only barely seen it. Ice Punch comes through, does a lot of damage. Giga Drain is going to finish it off, though, strong. He is, in fact, a criminal. So, that is a win for the Corvinights. Let's see what our stats were. That Corsola was a menace and was out for, I feel like most of the game. 3 kills, didn't end up dying, and actually that is a 6-0 sweep for the Corvinights. No kills on the other side, didn't really have too much. I am curious because there were a couple misses there. Total expected accuracy, but actually, so the Corvinights had a slightly lower than expected. He was about statistically perfect on how often he was paralyzed. And actually, I want to see how much damage. Corsola took 345% of his possible health. Or he did 345% of other Pokemon's health. He took 469 of his possible HP. That thing is a menace, and I'm going to hate it whenever I play against it during my week. Crits on the other side, they had 1 crit. I honestly don't even remember what it was. It was inconsequential. Accuracy was actually perfectly expected. So, that is game 1. So, here we have game 2 between the Corvinights and the Alakazams. Hopefully it goes better for the Alakazams here. So, we get Archeops to start. And Corsair Galar. This feels very similar. Stealth Rock to start and Whirlpool. I think that's the exact same start we had last time. Actually, Corsola might have used something else. But Whirlpool comes in, Stealth Rocks are down, Head Smash comes in. That's the exact same thing he did last time, and it gets disabled again. I hope I'm not accidentally playing the same game again. Will-O-Wisp comes through and burns Archeops, so this is different. The damage is stacking up very quickly. Brave Bird comes through, critical hit, but because his attack stats are halved at his HP, it doesn't do too much. But the Strength Sap comes through, gets him back to full, and the burn takes him out the rest of the way. What's his next move? Will he learn from last time? Toedscruel comes in. Leaf Storm is still not going to do a ton of damage, but he switches out with the Eject Pack. I missed that last time. He gets it out, and Terapagos comes in, takes his free change. He's going to take half damage for this first hit, so he only takes a little bit from that first Whirlpool. But he is Whirlpool, and he is trapped right now. How will he follow this up? Goes full Stellar, and Toxic. There we go. It doesn't matter how high your attack is. If you are poisoned, you will die from it eventually. That sounds horrid. But he has Strength Sap, which is very annoying. Only 20% from the Terra Starstorm, and it is now disabled. Strength Sap comes through, lowers his attack, doesn't matter too much, feels him back to full, but that Toxic will continue to stack up because it does 12% damage at a time. Rapid Spin comes through, still immune, but I think it's because he has Toxic, he has Terra Starstorm, both are, yeah, so that's everything. Because he's got, I don't know what his 4th attack is. Oh, his Stealth Rock. He probably shouldn't have had 2 Pokemon with Stealth Rock because they don't double stack. That's something to learn for next time. But the Toxic keeps going up, so all of his attacks are getting disabled. And he really can't do anything except for Rapid Spin, which does nothing. Strength Sap takes him back to full, but he's going to take 31% on the heal this time. I don't know why he's not switching out, and he could reset it, but his move is no longer disabled. He hits it for 19, It's going to take a lot here. It's going to take 37. It's going to almost take him out. Is he going to leave the Corsola in, or is he going to... Oh, I missed out the damage. Chip damage was coming up on the big man over there. He is gone. Flip turn is going to take out the Corsola, so that problem is now gone. Toedscruel comes back in. Cloudsire's out. That's the unfortunate thing about flip turning, is your opponent gets a choice. Poison Ground, that is going to be super effective from Earth Power, and it lowers special defense, so the next one's going to hit Toxic onto the Toedscruel. I keep thinking he should be Poison type, but he's not. He's Grass Ground. Here comes another Earth Power. It's going to take him... Oh, I'm surprised it didn't kill because it lowered special defense, but it didn't, and the recover's going to be a pain in the butt, and Toedscruel's going to take some toxic damage. But if he hits it again, the halved special defense should take him out, and it does. Takes him out. This is a much better start. We're at 4-4 right now in this match. Then Corviknight comes out, which unfortunately Earth Power cannot affect unless you bring him down to the ground with some gravity. He switches out, goes into the Hero of Palafin. I'm curious what he's going to do. Defog is going to lower his evasion and get rid of those rocks, which unfortunately both Pokemon he has for the rocks are gone. Ice Punch is going to do some decent damage, but Iron Defense is going to be a problem very quickly. Critical hit from the flip turn did a ton of damage there. I wonder if he will roost, but Regigigas is back. He is slow as hell, but he is angry. Iron Defense, his defense is very high. Regigigas is a pain in the butt, and he does hit hard if he eventually gets healthy, but he roosts. He's going to use Knockoff. What item is he going to lose? Rocky Helmet, it will be gone. He takes some damage from it, but I think he's okay with that in the end. Will he use... Let's see here. Body Press with 3x defense is going to do a ton. I don't care if you are the highest stat total in the game. You're going to take a ton. Flip turn. He comes in, gets out. Toedscruel comes back. Toxic is still on it. Body Press comes through. He is 3x defense. He is very tanky and very damaging right now. Sylveon comes in. Clefable switches out. He loses that 3x defense. The Protect does nothing because there's no moves to happen. Knockoff comes through, gets rid of the Clear Amulet. That's interesting. Calm Mind doubles or gets his 1.5 up. Alluring Voice is not going to do that much. Is he going to keep stacking up? He is going to keep stacking up. This Sylveon could become a problem very quickly. The Mega Clefable, so he has Magic Bounce. Alluring Voice does still not much. Hyper Voice, it doesn't matter that it's only normal effective. It just does a ton of damage. He is doubled up on everything. This Sylveon's going to be an issue. The Alluring Voice comes through. Will he use it? Yep, he takes him out, gets the kill, and gets healed. Almost back to full? Almost back to full. That's a beautiful play. Hydrapple is out. The Alluring Voice is going to be super effective against this Dragon-type Pokemon, and he does not last long. Oh, he's down to 2. Are we going to see a third game here? Alola Mola. I don't think we saw him at all last game. The Hyper Voice takes him all the way out. It's down to the Corviknight. He has pressure, which could be a problem. The Hyper Voice has 12, so he can use it 6 times. It's going to be not very effective, but he is boosted up. 41% is a lot, though. Body Press is going to do almost nothing. He needs to get those heals down. He needs to get them down fast. The Resisted 36 again. Is he going to roost? He is going to roost, but it doesn't matter. He only has so much PP on it. Hyper Voice. How much PP does Roost have? He has 5 left, and he has 6 Hyper Voices left. So that's going to be a tough difference because... Actually, how many Body Presses does he have left? How much is Body Press? Is a ton, right? It's 13. It's not that many. Roost comes through. He goes back to full. Hyper Voice comes through. 36. We're going to see this back and forth a couple times. I kind of wish he would Calm Mind a couple times, get that damage up as high as he can, because he's not going anywhere. Oh, he heard me talking. He uses the Calm Voice. He switches out, though. He had it set up. Body Press does okay damage to Palafin. Close Combat, also going to be... The only way that's going to do a ton is if he roosts, which he's not going to do yet. He's going to get his Iron Defense up. The flip turn comes through, and he brings back out the now no longer buffed Sylveon. What will happen? Iron Defense again. This Body Press, I don't care if you're pretty tanky. It's going to do a shit ton. Roost, it is a wasted Protect. That is unfortunate. I kind of would like to see some Calm Mind from Sylveon right now. Body Press does. Even with the critical, it only does 50. So he actually has a good chance here if he continues to Wish Protect and... 30%. Does he have Wish off? He gets the Wish off. If he uses Protect here, yes, he uses Protect, so he'll be back up healthy, and it'll take at least 2 attacks to get him up there. How many uses does Body Press have left? Body Press has 9 uses left. Can he win the PP battle? That sounds terrible, but he's going to have to keep Wish Protecting. He Calm Minds, though. So the next hit kills. This Protect is just delaying the inevitable, getting rid of some more Body Presses. He's down to 7, but gone. I think he had a chance there if he kept Wish Passing instead of using the Calm Mind. Then Palafin comes back out, uses an Ice Punch. He's going to do no damage to this boy, and he is going to flatten him with the Body Press for the game. Darbalarb does end up winning that one. Let's see some stats, and that's actually the match as well. Kills, Corviknight carrying with 4 kills there. I didn't even realize you had that. Corsola still being a problem, getting 2 whole kills. Getting rid of the Archeop. The Archeops. Yeah, just the Archeops. And somebody else. I forget who the other one was. But Sylveon coming back to its form from last season, getting 3 kills. Unfortunately, that was about the only major showing. Funny enough, the only one without a major downside on JJ Monte's team is the only one that really kind of did well. Our stats here, the expected was pretty much perfect. The crits, he had 2 apparently. I don't remember which ones. One was an totally needed, and the crits on this side were fine, and the accuracy was good too. The funny thing is only going to be seen. He's going to take 1,000 damage and only do not even 700%, and still win the match. He has so much healing. It's so annoying. It's going to be the worst to play against out of the entire league. Guaranteed here. And for our third match of the week, we have the Des Moines Dragonknights versus the Calgary Hatmen. Hatmen kind of rolls off the tongue to start. We have 2 themes again. So this will be first theme off. We have the only Kanto Pokemon team versus only Pokemon with hats or things on their heads. For the Kanto team, the Dragonknights, we have, of course, its namesake, Dragonite, Tauros, Dugtrio, fast as hell, Zapdos, Gengar, and Mew. We have 2 Mega Evolution options here between Dragonite and Gengar. Could be either of them. Also, he did draft only the normal Tauros because the other Paldean forms are separate in this one. It's a cool team. I feel like Dragonite will probably be the Mega, but I could see it being Gengar because Mega Gengar is very good. Again, this is a bunch of fast guys. Mew could be literally anything. Mew can do so many things. I have no idea what the Mew is going to be pulling out of its butt here. But Tauros, I think, is going to surprise people with how much damage it can do and how quick it can move. Then we have the Calgary Hatmen with Meowscarada, Honchkrow, Ceruledge, Araquanid, Galarian Slowking, and Iron Crown. He's got actually a lot of slow boys here. Like, Meowscarada is fast, and I think Iron Crown's fast. But, like, Slowking, super slow. Araquanid's pretty slow. Ceruledge, I believe, is pretty slow. Honchkrow, I actually don't know for Honchkrow. Well, actually, wait, I can hover and find out. Honchkrow is pretty slow. 265 is his max. Iron Crown is fast. It depends on what his Quark Drive ends up taking advantage of, if he has using that this time. He's got good type coverage. I don't think he has any repeats, right? No, he's a couple dark. He actually has 2 dark types, but other than that, and he has 2 psychic types, so actually I take it back. He has a decent amount of type overlap. But, I don't know, this could be a weird one. Also, it's worth saying that Crandy of the Dragonknights is brand new to the league, so maybe this will be a harsh awakening, or maybe he'll kick his butt. We'll see. Did I turn the volume down? I did. Let's go. So let's see what we start off with. Meowscarada versus Dragonite. Will Dragonite be the... he Terrestrialized to Dragon type, so he's not the Mega, but he triple axled the Protean. Does a significantly less damage than I expected. Wait. Weakness policy, but it doesn't matter. Meowscarada takes it down on the first turn with the triple axle. Is he going to triple axle again into Dugtrio? No, but he is sashed. Dirty Doug, the Dugtrio is sashed, which is a great move. The Stone Edge, which has a low chance to hit, goes in, and then the Sucker Punch to finish him off. That was a great play, a lot of speed, but Dirty Doug is very weak now. Sucker Punch, it was almost a Sucker Punch war there. Honchkrow has a great revenge kill there. Zapdos, very strong at him, but we come in with Iron Crown. He does have Quark Drive, and his special attack is higher, so his speed will not go higher. His Volt Switch comes through. Ooh, who's going to take the hit? Gengar's not the tankiest. Oh, but it was on the Switch, so that's right, so it doesn't even matter. He does Mega Gengar, and the super effective attack comes through and wrecks Iron Crown. Mega Gengar is very fast. Ceruledge, we went over this before, not that fast, but he does have Shadow Sneak, which is... Wait, he's faster? Okay, he is faster than... No, Gengar's definitely faster. Shadow Sneak has priority. Shadow Ball comes through and takes him, but takes him low. Yep, that was a good move, and this is probably going to be a failed Sucker Punch here. It was a failed Sucker Punch. He's got the weakness, but he's just going to go for it anyway. 41%, and he gets the paralyzation. I don't think it will matter when this... Oh, Hurricane! He tried to do a prediction, and it misses. Slowking Galar comes in. He is super slow. Hurricane is going to do a lot more than I expected, because Galar and Slowking can be very specially defensive. Hurricane, again, he just needed it to miss, and it didn't, so it takes him out. Honchkrow and Araquanid are all that's left. Honchkrow comes in. Is he going to Sucker Punch? No, he took a big switch back into Araquanid, who's going to get wrecked by this. Sash, I don't think Araquanid's... Oh, and he's confused. Oh, this is a tough one. No misses on the Hurricanes at all, which is brutal for the Hatmen. Honchkrow's going to come in. I don't think there's much he can do. The paralyzation is just going to be rubbing salt in the wound to finish it off. Brutal one there. Honestly, I started really well for the Hatmen, and then The Dragonknights really brought it around. Zapdos not missing a single Hurricane is huge. The double switch too, I think Arachnid could have been something. I think the game was already pretty much done at that point, but if it didn't do the double switch where it took the free hit to take him down to the Sash, I think he could have done a lot more. We also never saw Tauros Armu in this game, so I have no idea what they're going to be carrying, but let's see here. So, yeah, Meowscarada had a great start with that triple axle. It was a great move, great predict, great kill, even on the terrestrialization, getting rid of the terrestrialization early. Honchkrow with the only other kill for the Hatmen. Crandy from the Dragonknights did have the hard carry with the Zapdos and the Gengar. Both did very well. But Dugtrio actually did that surprising damage with the Sucker Punch, which I didn't even know he could learn. I am very curious. Oh, he actually had the one crit, but he made 7 attacks go through. And he got the full paralyzation for the one that he did. Crandy, his total actually, yeah, he only missed 1 when he's expected to miss about 2. So I guess not the biggest, but poorly timed miss from that could be brutal. No crits, at least even out a little bit, but that was a pretty devastating defeat. Let's see if he does better in the second one. Same team, same place. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I didn't turn the volume. Oh, I did. It just seems loud. Arachnid's going to start it off. Dragonknights in again. He goes for the Dragon Dance, and, ooh, he gets an early Dragon Dance. Hydro Pump's not going to do much into a Dragon type, even if he wasn't that. You need to, no, it's too late. He's already got the Dragon Dance. He's going to be faster. He got 2 Dragon Dances. Is this going to be a clean sweep from the captain? This feels bad. He's going to be so fast. His speed right now, yeah, Earthquake, he's got coverage. His double speed, I don't think there's anything that's even going to take a hit from this. Sucker Punch comes through. Is that the only priority move he has? No. But he lost Meows. No, he has Shadow Sneak. He's gone. Ceruledge is gone. Special attack, I don't think it matters. I think this is just going to be the fastest second game, maybe of the season. Poison type, that's going to be worse, actually, because Earthquake. And then Arachnid comes in, and, I mean, he's going to live with attack because of the Sash. Is he going to have enough to kill? Infestation? I mean, that would have been interesting earlier. Actually, it would have been great earlier. I would have killed him eventually, but that one was tough, ladies and gents. That one was tough. That was a pretty quick 1, 2, 3 from Dragonite. Let's just go see. That would be why he's up on the leaderboard. No kills on that side. 6 kills on the Dragonite. Nobody was even needed. I mean, total accuracy was fine. There's no S's there. It just did 600, and you just flat out wrecked him. There's no other way to see. He didn't even use his 4th attack. He had Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. That's just what it was. It's very quick, a little painful, but it is done now. The Hatmen are going to have to look forward to week 2, I think. So our next match is going to be between the South Haynesville HONSE I'm going to go HONSE versus the Stow-N-Side Lycanrocs. So this will be this is an interesting one again because actually the Lycanrocs was thinking about doing the theme that the HONSE did do. So the HONSE are, of course, as you can see, all horses. Those of you who are going to complain about Strakataka being a horse, first off, shut up. Second off, the nice, fun thing about them is that they are, if you watch them whenever they do their animations, they definitely rear back like a horse. So we're giving it a pass. To start for them, we have Spectrider, Mudsdale, Galarian Rapidash, Dragolage, Strakataka, and Glasstrider. So the big scary ones here are definitely Spectrider and Glasstrider. We did not allow to bring the Mounted Boy. There was no Calyrex this time, but maybe next season we'll allow Calyrex. But Spectrider's so fast and might be able to kill a lot of stuff. If you get him started, he's going to be dangerous. Same with Glasstrider, really. The rest of the team, Mudsdale, if you let him tank a couple hits, Sturdy's going to make him almost unkillable to physical attackers. Strakataka, honestly, I don't know what Strakataka does. I'm very curious to see what he does, especially because I play him next week, so we'll have to see. Dragolage, he is pretty fast, I want to say. 205, he's actually very slow. He's like medium speed, actually. But wow, Strakataka is very, very slow. I guess we'll find out as we go. Then we have the Lycanrocs, where we have Lycanroc, of course, Charizard, Lapras, Whimsicott, Viserion, and Starmie. So mega options here are Charizard and Starmie. I'm curious if he's going to go weird, if she's going to go weird physical attacker Starmie with the creepy legs. A lot of actually good mix of physical and special attackers up there. We got a lot of good mixes in this game in general. I feel like actually the HONSE have a lot more special attackers, but we'll have to see how it goes. Lycanroc's real fast. I think people underestimate Lycanroc, but I think it's so squishy he just has to kill whatever he hits in the first turn or he's just dead. And Charizard with his Mega, if he ends up going Sunny Day, that could be dangerous, especially if Viserion... No, Viserion, I don't think he can get the Light Blade thing, so I don't think that ends up helping him. You know what? Let's just kind of get into this one and see what happens. Forgot to turn the volume down. So we are starting with Major McQueen, the Rapidash. Stealth Rock getting off for Lycanroc. Calm Mind coming down, doubling that special attack and special defense, or getting it up. Ironhead does a lot there. It is super effective into the Fairy type, but the Berry raises his defense more. So, wow, he's got a lot of stats up here. He does Terrasilize the Psychic type. Ironhead kind of come in, Terrasalization and the increased defense. Not going to do that much. Wow, that was a huge focus session, a huge stored power. That was a cool strategy by Major McQueen. Unfortunately, the Umusume does go down. Spectrider, another Umusume Gold Ship. She's very fast. Draining Kiss gets the first kill, and this might be a chain here. Grimnay taking up the 1.5 special attack. Viserion is, in fact, going to have some... Oh, no, he's not a weakness. The Shadow Ball does do a lot. Sword Stance is going up, but he is slower than her, so she doesn't get out of dodge. Whimsicott, Shadow Ball, insta-kill, and that means special attack doesn't go even higher. Is this going to be another snowball for Gold Ship? Charizard comes in. Is he Terrasilize? He is Terrasilizing Fire. What's up next? Shadow Ball... He lives at 2%. Does he get the kill? Does he get the revenge? Solar Beam comes down and does a lot. 64, but it's not going to be enough. Does he have a priority move? I don't think Charizard really takes priority moves, and Draining Kisses anyway. Gives him a little... and puts him away. Grimnay's going higher. I think this one's over. Starmie, I don't think it's faster. Yeah, Shadow Ball comes in. It's super effective. Going to wreck Starmie. Lapras, I think, with a 3x Golshi over there. Don't think there's much that's going to be done. Let's see. Shadow Ball comes in. Yeah, 100%. And Viserion, we already know, is slower and is going to do it. So there, unless it has a priority move, I mean, this one's over practically before it begins. Another clean sweep from another Pokemon. Spectrider does take all of them down. At least she got one kill here. Oh, I had the details up already. Yeah, 6 kills from Spectrider, and the Rapidash takes the death, who the Lycanroc, the captain of the Lycanrocs, takes, but everybody else just got wrecked. No big healing. I mean, nothing to really look at. Everything was 100% accuracy attack from there and there, so I mean, it's just kind of what it is. It was just Spectrider got up and going, and what are you going to do about it, right? Accidentally had the stats up there. If you looked real quick, you might have seen them. Hopefully you didn't. Second match, didn't turn the volume down yet. Going to remember this time, so I don't have to do it in the middle of the game. And we have the sides correct. So let's see if this goes better. Is he going to just lead with Spectrider? No, Strakadeka, the Glue Factory. God damn it. We're going to send the horses to the Glue Factory. Drill Run's going to do a lot. 63%, and oh boy. Remember how fast I was saying Lycanroc and them were? Oh, Gyro Ball on that. That's gross. Oh, no, the Stealth Rock, you could have taken it out. But now it's going to get it. Unfortunately, in singles, there's not a lot of Protect, so it's going to get the free Beast Boost. But he lost HP, so that means he does have a critical. I'm very curious if that critical was needed. But the Beast Boost takes it up to another go. Lapras goes down. Starmie, you are still... It's a big miss. That's a huge miss. I'm going to say there's no protects to get Trick Room out. And actually, funny enough, he dies on the turn. Trick Room goes away. Who's going to come out? Is it going to be Spectrider because of their hard counter to Starmie? It is. We know they're faster. We know Starmie dies probably from this. Ghost-type Translation. Going to get extra damage on this really to make sure he goes away. The Grimnay stacking begins. Charizard is in. This is the one that had the real chance last time. He's probably going to use Solar Beam again. I kind of wish he would use a Fire Attack because then he gets the stab damage. If you're watching this, Lycanrocs, try to maybe use a Flyer Attack next time. You might do more damage. I think it still takes it out because it is faster. But think about that because you get the extra 1.5 or 0.5% damage on the hits. Dragonknights, I have no idea what this thing's going to do. He uses Roost, so he is on the ground. It is Fire type on the ground. Flip turn is going to hit a Fire type, but wow, does almost no damage. Rapidash Galar comes in again, so we have Major McQueen. She had that crazy setup last time. Calm Mind is going to be a problem for Charizard because he does those special tech. Weather Ball does a ton. See, I think if you would have done that against Spectrider earlier, it would have been a very different game. Sword Power comes through, does not do that much. Does he use the same attack? Yes, he does. Takes him out. If he... It's actually a good matchup against these remaining Pokemon. Are we going to get Game 3 out of this one? We have Glass Strider comes in, takes some damage. Roost, I think that might have been a mistake. No, because Fire, let's see. Icicle Crash shouldn't do too much, but it is a priority move, and whenever it's flying, it's going to do extra move here. But no, it's faster. Why did he? He forgot. So first off, Sun was gone. Also, your Fire attack is super effective against this Ice type. Vizirion, oh, good Aura Sphere, but unfortunately, this is another case of a Grass type into an Ice type goes down. And I'm just looking at their last Pokemon. I don't think it's going to get any better. Whimsicott. Psychic takes him. Oh, Whimsicott's faster. Oh, yeah, because Biwa Hyundai is very slow and takes her out. Biggest thing there, I think Shmi played that very well. I think the Trick Room Struck Attack is going to be dangerous, and I love the Major McQueen. Rapidash, I forgot the name of the Pokemon. Galarian Rapidash move is going to be very fun. Left details up again. Stats, Strakataka with 2 and Glass Strider with 3. But over here, the Charger, I think if you use Weather Ball or whatever fire type move you have, whenever you had the Sun up in those earlier, get those stab damages, it would do more. Yeah. Who was that critical hit that took out somebody early? The critical hit into Lapras. I don't think it was needed. That was really a big game changer, but I don't think it was needed, and I think it just ended up just stacking things worse. And for our next match, we have the 2 returning players, the Sin City Smolivs versus the Pittsburgh Steelstorm. The Smolivs are a new, very difficult strategy she's going to be playing. She is going for the Trick Room team. Which she has Farigiraf, Ursaluna, Archaludon, Blastoise, Electivire, and Armarouge. I only see 2 Pokemon here that can set Trick Room, which is a little scary, and I think actually, I don't even know if Armarouge can. That might be a mistake here from Sunberry, but we'll have to find out as the game goes. Then we have Random Enteri on the other side, who is the Pittsburgh Steelstorm. He has Feraligatr, Moltres, I forget the name of him, even though he was on my team last year. Great Tusk, Jirachi, Rillaboom, and Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle is so fast, so annoying. He actually picked up 3 of the big kill leaders from last season with Rillaboom, Iron... Oh my god. What's his name? Iron Bundle, and Great Tusk. Moltres is a fun ad. Feraligatr with his new Mega Evolution. I think that's the only Mega Evolutionable Pokemon here, so he's going to be essentially a Dragon type whenever that happens. Pretty good type coverage. Only repeating is on either team, I think. We got some Psychics down at the bottom because he's Ghost Fire. No, he's Fire Psychic. So a little Psychic repeats down there and a little bit of Water up top. But shouldn't be too disastrous. And a lot of starters and older Pokemon. Only a couple. Only 2 starters on the top. 3 starters in the game, though. Including Feraligatr versus Blastoise, which would be fun. Let's see what we have. Did I turn the volume down? I did. Cool. So, starting off Farigiraf, as expected, versus Great Tusk. Will he set the Trick Room first turn? Stealth Rock is down, and Trick Room comes up, so slowest Pokemon are going first. Twin Beam comes through, does super effective damage for 52. Oh, I forgot, it's 2 strikes! The second strike takes him down. Rillaboom is now out. Grassy Surge covers. It does not get rid of the Trick Room. It's just the graphic that changes. Twin Beam is going to do a decent amount, but not enough. What will Rillaboom respond with? Knockoff is super effective and takes out Pinata, which hopefully they have more Trick Room setters than just that. Let's see who comes out next. Armarouge. Sir Cannon is a great name. Armor Cannon. Woo! It blasts him away. It's like Jesse and James going off into the distance. Will Meowth join him on the next fight? Let's find out. Feraligatr is a water type into this. Oh, he doesn't switch. Oh, but because Trick Room. But even with the Trick Room, priority goes through first. But he survives. Energy Ball comes through and takes out Feraligatr. Big kills from Sir Cannon. Fortunately, Trick Room goes down. Does Sir Cannon have Trick Room? I think he's the only other one on this team who can. And he's low on health. Fighting type Racialization makes him no longer resistant to the Ice Beam. I think he was going down anyway, but Electivire is definitely going to be slower than Iron Bundle. Takes a switch. Moltres putting in the Fire type, or Flying type, which is an interesting choice because it's weak to Electivire. Takes a lot of recoil damage from it, and the Grassy, no more healing because Grassy's gone. Oh, the Ice Punch doesn't kill. Flame Body burns him. That's a tough one. The U-turn, Moltres will live with 2% health. Jirachi comes out. Does he have a fire type? I bet he does. Or fight. Uses the protect. Let's find out what he had. Cross chop. He does have a fighting attack. It does not have 100% accuracy. So let's see if that'll bite him in the ass in a minute. This Iron Head comes through. Wow. He's Electrify slow. Oh, the dirty flinch. The flinch. Sparky's down unless he switches him out, which he's not going to because he might as well take the KO. He's just going to take some damage on a low, slow Pokemon. Out comes our Archulodon. He is slow boy, but Body Press does do damage, but he needs to get that damage up. Oh, paralysis. I always think about him as an electric type, but he's not, even though his big type is Electroshock. Iron Head comes through. Stamina goes up. He's going to become more defensive. Flash Cannon comes through. Does not do the other time damage. He was Body Press, Flash Cannon. What else does he have? Jirachi, Ice... Oh, we know have Ice Beam. If he would have... Ursaluna might not want to stick around for very long. This water type is going to hurt it. But it does get the burn from the Flame Orb. The Ice Beam takes him out. Blastoise is in. Blastoise does resist a lot of his attacks. This should do... It still took a lot of damage. Iron Bundle is so strong. Rain Dances. Rain is a fallen. That also kind of helps. Bubbles, you cannot use Fake Out. You can only do that on the first turn you come out, my friend, and you already used Rain Dance. Rain Dance is going to heal up Bubbles a little bit, but Ice Beam... Oh, he's still alive. Is he going to... Oh, no. The Frozen. I don't think it... It wouldn't have mattered, but it at least would have felt a little bit better. The Ice Beam is going to take that Blastoise and put him, I don't know, some turtle pun that's not offensive. Chrysler, that's a great name. Chrysler Building for Archulodon. Ice Beam is going to just do a ton. Stamina goes up, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Electroshock is going to go instantaneous. It's going to do a lot. It's going to kill him. If he had a Trick Room available, he'd have a chance, but both Pokemon... no, he's too slow to take out either of these Pokemon because Jirachi is 100% speed. Ironhead comes in and takes him out the rest of the way, giving the first win to the Steelstorm. Let's see what we had here. Frigoraph with that Twin Beam early was huge and awesome. And then Armor Rouge did amazing too. Whenever they got the Trick Room up, they're destroying, but they got to have more Trick Room than just one setup. Also, we have over here, Iron Bundle. I just punched my mic? Iron Bundle get 3 kills as expected. Jirachi with the surprise little 2 kills. That was fun. There's a lot of stat things going on there. No fatal paralysis, which didn't really matter. No crits. Does it give us... Nope. Just that freeze kind of sucked, but I don't think it really mattered too much. And the flinches were kind of brutal, but there weren't too many of those. Will the Smolivs do better in Game 2? I think the biggest one here is just having more Trick Room. Hopefully Armor Rouge has it, so they have a way to fall back into it. Armor Rouge does do awesome in the Trick Room itself. Then also, do they have Shell Smash on Blastoise maybe? Get some speed up whenever you're not out in Trick Room, and try to use that like with the water a bit more. I don't think they got Pelipper, which is a little sad because that does so well with the Chrysler Building, whose name is Archulodon. So, Sinius Berry and Random Terry is going into Game 2. Let's see what we have here. I forgot to turn the volume down. Frigoraph back out. Iron Bundle's out. Will we say Trick Room to start? Ice Beam comes in. It lives. Will it get the Trick Room, which automatically goes last no matter what? It does get it up. Is he have the damage to kill Iron Bundle? He baton passes, which is interesting because it's the same thing as just normal switching, and Sparky's just going to eat that. But he does have an Electric Punch. He will switch out to Great Tusk. Hopefully he didn't use Electric. He used Cross Chop. That was a great read because it couldn't hit anything else. Unfortunately, it does... Oh, the Rocky Helmet. Who comes in here? Blastoise. Is he going to put the Rain Dance up, or is he just going to go for damage? Oh, hopefully he does the Rain Dance, because that'll be better for the team overall, and Rain Dance is up. Hopefully Archulodon here. Water Spout's not going to do much. Oh, it does a shit ton still, actually. That's crazy. Woodhammer's going to come in and just wreck Blastoise, though. But that takes Rillaboom out too, so that's an even trade. That kill goes to Blastoise in the end. Iron Bundle comes out. The speed is gone, but he does have to... Oh, we know how this goes. It was a crit. That was an unneeded critical. That was just putting ice in the wound. The rain is still coming down. Archulodon comes in. Archulodon should be able to take this hit very easily. Not that easily. Wow. But then he Electroshots? No. He uses Body Press. If he uses Electroshot, I think he takes out Iron Bundle there. Iron Bundles might be a problem for the rest of the team then. Because Armor Rouge, no, because he's going to have a water type, and Ursaluna's going to get one shot as well. All the ground is gone, but I think the only thing that's left on the ground is to bury these Pokemon in it. No, Sircanon survives with the Terrestrialization and takes out Iron Bundle. Maybe I can take it back, because he takes down Iron Bundle. Feraligatr comes up, and that is a super effective chance, and does not do as much as I thought he would. Oh, he didn't Terrestrialize either in this game, but the Energy Ball almost takes him out, but I don't think it's going to matter because Aqua Jet's going to finish him. Can Ursaluna do the 4-0? Oh, Feraligatr goes down as well. What did he go down from? He went down from he had a Life Orb. Moltres comes out. Ursaluna comes out. Ursaluna's going to use Protect to get the Facade up, powered up. Flamethrower, probably not going to do that much against Ursaluna. I'm very curious to see how much it does. I don't think this game is over quite yet. U-turn come out. Hopefully uses Facade. It's going to hit everything but Jirachi pretty hard. But Jirachi is still hit pretty good. 53. I mean, use it again. It takes him out. Oh, he uses that. You have Earthquake, and that's going to do good into everyone but Moltres. So maybe throw that out there. Switch to Great Tusk, and he uses Facade again. It's going to do a lot. 65%. Rocky Helmet hurts, but shouldn't be that big of a deal, actually, for Ursaluna. He is hurt. Shouldn't use Protector, I'd say, but he used for it anyway. Knockoff is in. Great Tusk is going to be faster no matter what, and you're not going to have to be able to switch out, so just take the hits. Knockoff comes in. Flamewar's gone. It's already done its job anyway. Facade comes in. All you're doing is taking more damage. Ooh, the Rocky Helmet, he's down to 10. He has 2 turns. He has to kill this in 2 turns. Moltres comes out. You have to use the Facade. Actually, a good chance here. Doesn't matter. I was going to say if he switches to Jirachi, pretty much succeed. GG, Random and Terry takes it home. That was another really good one. That could have come down either way with a couple good or bad rolls in the end. Let's see some stats here for the kills. Is that the stats from the first game? No? Is that really? He took out 4. Oh, because there were some self-kills. Because Blastoise got self-kill and stuff like that. So yeah, Ursaluna with 2. I mean, this Armarouge is going to be scary. You're going to have to, everybody, if you're playing against this team, plan for the Armarouge. If they get Trick Room up, it's going to be gross. Hopefully they have another Trick Room on their roster. If not, they need to make some roster moves this week so they can get through it. Not surprisingly, Iron Bundle comes through with a couple, and Rillaboom comes down with that big counter kill on Blastoise. Overall, good game. It's just that one big error, and I think no Megas in that either. But, like, I think Sunbury, the Smolivs only had 1 Trick Room setter, and you need more than that in a full Trick Room team like this. Well, I guess we're on to the last game. And for our final match of Week 1, we have the Columbus Beedrills, named after the the Blue Jackets, versus the Wide-On Drag Superstars. So this is a newbie and an oldie again. So we have the Wide-On Drag Superstars, powered by Ricky, which has all Pokemon with a great theme. They're all drag type Pokemon, or look like they could be in drag. So we have Iron Valiant, Diancie, Celestia, Frostlass, Delphox, and Hisuian Lilligant. For the other side, we have the Beedrills with Tyranitar, Ninetales, Metagross, Kilquavel, Enamorus, and Roserade. So these two teams both actually have a lot of bulk and a lot of speed. It's a good little mix, and I think this will be a really good match. I think there's a couple small Pokemon that will surprise you. Like Dancey's way tankier than you would expect, but Quilquavel can really get set up and set going. The Megas here, you can have Tyranitar if he really wants to go Sandy, and you also have Metagross. But it's funny enough, if you look at that top team, they have 2 Pokemon that set weather on the way in, and Frostlass, if they Mega Evolve, also sets the weather. But they also don't have anything else that works off of Frostlass's Mega. Delphox can also Mega, so those 2 Mega evolutions for both teams. I wonder which will happen. There's one way to find out. Forgot to turn the volume down. Did that for both games, so oh well. Roserade. Oh, RuPaul. Of course, that one's RuPaul. Stealth Rock comes in. Toxic Spikes. Everybody. Oh, but the Magic Bounce sends it right back. So we end up having just a bad first turn for that. For the Beedrills. Oh, the big Diamond Storm. Killer. Metagross comes in, doesn't care as much about the Toxic Spikes. I don't know Drag Queens. I'm going to assume all these Pokemon are Drag Queens, but Metagross comes in. The Bullet Punch doesn't do that much. Toxic Orb on... Okay. I think... Okay. Don't know how to... Okay, you're tricking on. Unfortunately, it only poisons. It does not Toxic, but still. But now they have Assault Vest, which is kind of nice. Psychic Noise does a shit ton of damage in the Quilquavel. That is that super effective hit. And down goes Quilquavel. Will this be the carry? Oh, it's also not Mega Evolving, so I guess they're... Oh, they already used their Mega. That does kick up some sand, and does Scorching Sands. Cool. Stealth Rock, a lot of freaking ground things here. Oh, everything can be poisoned on the switching anyway, so that Toxic Orb actually played did not matter at all in a weird way. Celestia comes in, Lucky Stars with a knockoff. I don't remember what type. It's Steel something. Steel Flying. Comes in, does some... Oh, it's just a Sandstorm. So Ninetales comes in. This is good. It now makes it sunny. This is giving me a headache. Heavy Slam not going to do too much damage here. It's not very effective, but the poison is in and does the damage. It's going to chip damage. Is going to add up very quickly. Protect is a great play against this poison. Does nothing, obviously, because Overheat does not weaken him still, though, but the poison is hurting. Healing Wish, gonna kill Ninetales. There's nobody to hit that Earthquake, but they're fine. The Pokemon's dead. Tyranitar comes in, is full healed, but is going to get poisoned from the Toxic Spikes, and the Sand Stream's going to come in. That's funny how it does the damage before it takes it. Thunderwave comes in, gets it. Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage. If they have a fighting move, this would be glorious, but it is 3v6, so it's not looking good for the newcomer in the Beedrills. Poison, good move to make this poison add up, and Steel type, so the Ice Punch actually not going to do that much, except he's poison. This will be evil. Knockoff, I think they already knocked off the item, so Earthquake is going to take out the Tyranitar. This is becoming a problem now. They still have the Mega and an Amorous, which I have no idea what Amorous are going to do, but Metagross comes in, takes the damage. He's not going to get poisoned because he can't be. He's got a lot of Pokemon with knockoff. He's expecting a lot of poison. I guess he does have a lot of psychic types. Delphox comes in. Ooh, that double damage from the stuff comes in, and the Bullet Punch is going to take him out. Is he going to get the comeback with the Metagross? Let's see. I think Diancie's got this pretty hand, but let's find out. Bullet Punch is actually going to do a shit ton of damage. He's going to one-shot him. Oh, is this comeback going to happen? Sandstorm's still raging. Frostlass comes in, is not going to Mega Evolve. Does survive the hit. What's he got coming back? Thunderwave could make a difference if he gets lucky paralyzation here. But the Sandstorm's actually going to take him out. Iron Valiant comes in. I don't know how to feel about this. What's his speed? Speed is heightened, but Bullet Punch doesn't care about speed. It only cares about pain. The Fire Punch is going to hit. Does a lot. He's going to need a lucky paralyze here, and he doesn't get it. He has not gotten any paralyzations on this Metagross so far. Does he have an ability that stops that? I don't think so. Lilligant, does he have something that can take him out here? Axe Kick does a ton. Is he going to get a paralyzed? He does not. Heavy Slam's going to come in and take him out. The Metagross comes through with the big kills to make the almost reverse sweep. And damage even at 6%. What? That was crazy. 0 paralyzes, and I'm actually very curious about that. So Metagross got 5, so almost full did him by himself. Tyranitar had the 1. Diancie did 2, but I didn't expect him to die from the single hit from the Metagross. Let's see here. I am curious. So nothing, yeah. So they missed all their paralyzes. So they had 3 paralyzes. None of them landed. They had only 3? It really felt like more. I felt like he had more chances. Can he not be full paralyzed or something that I just don't aware of? I don't know. The damage overall was close. Like, he really did almost take him all the way out. He just didn't quite finish the game. It was a really good match. It's just that, dang, that's that Mega Evolution. So, you guys, you got to use your Megas out there. Let's see what the second game is, because let's be honest, I have 10 minutes to a meeting. Let's see if I can get all this recording in. Comes out Tyranitar. I forgot to turn the volume down. Tyranitar is out again. It's going to get that Sandstream up. Roserade's going to come out. I forgot to flip the sides. We're going to do that real quick, so we're going to have it like... Oh, I actually had it right the first time. What am I doing? Wait. Nope. There it is. We're good now. I missed what happened. Hold on. Recap. Sunny day. Wait. I feel like more than that happened. I'm just going to go back to the first turn. That was weird. Play. Take 2. I'm not going to cut this out because I don't feel like it. So Tyranitar comes in, make the sand. Landy Camden comes in Roserade. Nothing here. Sunny Day comes up, so no more of that. But I think Roserade is just fine with that. Ice Spinner does a ton of damage to Roserade. Weather Ball comes down, though. Fire type. Oh, he's got the sash, and he stays on his feet. Black Sludge healing Roserade, but switching out to Metagross. Uh-oh, the bastard is back. Ice Spinner's not going to do too much damage here. That was a good switch. Mega Evolve is here, and... oh, the big axe kick miss, and he kills himself! Oh no, that does go in as a kill for Metagross. Knockoff fails because there's just nothing there for it to punch. Delphox comes in, this is going to be tough. Oh, Tyranitar switch in, and I don't think this fire attack's going to do too much. Trick! That's actually a nice trick because he gets a Toxic on the Tyranitar. It would have been, oh, that's actually good that he switched because that actually would have done nothing against Metagross. Can't be poisoned. Diancie comes in. Stealth Rock did not get bounced this time because he didn't have the Mega Evolution out in time. That's fine. Quavel comes out. Will RuPaul take the kill? Diancie comes in, evolves, and we have Stealth Rocks all over the board. Everyone's going to be hurting their feetsies on the switch-ins. Moonblast comes in, does a shit ton of damage, takes out Quavel. Quavel didn't get to do much at all so far in this match. Will we get a first turn 3 of the year? Let's see. Metagross comes in. Is he going to just do what he did? No. RuPaul does have the strength to take him out. Knockoff comes in. I don't know why he didn't Bullet Punch considering how much he did last time. There's the Bullet Punch. It's like I saw it coming. Wouldn't have taken any damage there, and I think that's going to be a lot of damage. It's the only reason that got him to the next one. Nope, we're going to get some fire. We're going to get some sun. What's Lucky Stars going to do? Flamethrower, which I guess increases the damage, but it doesn't matter because it's into a fire type. Leftovers goes up. Will-O-Wisp comes in, misses, a 90% misses. The Earthquake comes down and kills the Ninetales. I don't think the fire would have hurt it, but the Beast Boost does. It's special defense up. This is going to be a tanky boy. Oh, Enamorous. I don't know what build this Enamorous is going to be because it could do either one. It is fire, which is still does a lot of damage, but the special up defense I think is the only thing that kept him alive. Special attack goes down, but so does Enamorous. Enamorous goes and, well, honestly kind of belongs on my team. Next one, Roserade is up, takes 12% damage from the switch in. Is he going to have speed? He does not. He doesn't have Weather Ball. Good scout, though. Let you know what the fire is. If you want to switch into Delphox now is the time. If not, Lucky Stars might just go for it. Weather Ball comes in. I don't think it's going to kill. Yep, because the special defense up is big. Flamethrower coming in. Wow, this guy is the strength. Celestia, I've never seen him used before. Special defense is crazy right now. Unfortunately for him, Metagross is not a special attacker, and will probably use Bullet Punch. Use Protect, so it doesn't matter. Bullet Punch is coming through. Is he going to leave it in and just take it? I don't know what the correct answer is, honestly, because I think he dies either way. No, he doesn't take any damage. He barely takes damage from that. Wow, this Celestia really carried the second game. Will the Tyranitar do what happened in the last one and do a reverse sweep? Let's see. Tyranitar's in. It is toxic. I don't think it's going to have the life to make it all the way. We're back into the sand. It is getting in my eyes and it kind of burns. There is the leftovers. It takes him out. What options does he have? Iron Valiant hopefully has a fighting type move. A fighting type move would be huge. Speed is up. It's definitely going to be faster. Drain Punch is going to finish this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take us to our first game 3 of the season. That was a good one. They really did a good job. The DNC messing up the Metagross was huge. You had to get them out of the way as quick as possible. Celestia just was dominant in that one. I've never seen that Pokemon used in a game before, and it was crazy. I feel like there was no crazy stat thing, so he missed one. That's just what it is. Also missed one. Oh, but it was on only one that had like a low percentage attack the whole time. That was fun. Celestia just destroyed. It was more spread out on the other side. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much more to say about this one. Let's go into the final match. This is Game 3. Final match of the first week goes to Game 3. How will it go? Let's find out. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume down. Oh, God, it's loud. And they're on the wrong sides. For real this time. Cool. Start it over. Tyranitar starts it off against Delphox. This is definitely a type advantage for the Tyranitar. Is Delphox going to switch? He's going to get the trick off and get the Toxic Orb on him again. Stealth Rock comes in. It's just going to be floating around him. He will be a Toxic at the end of the turn. That will add up. Unfortunately, Jinx Monsoon is going to take a lot of damage. This is a decision to leave him in because Knockoff is going to knock him out. Who's going to come in next? Who can counter this Tyranitar? He has a lot of options. That is a great option. You can't expect to switch. Are you going to try to predict the switch? Or are you going to think he's going to say he's going to switch out? Is he going to take a firing attack into that? Dragon Punch and Amherst is going to do almost nothing, only 13%. He gets his damage back from the rocks, but then immediately loses to the Sandstorm, which they both lose it to. Thunder Punch is going to do a ton, though. Takes him very low. Moon Blast is going to do even more, though, and take him all the way to the grave. Let's bury him in that Sandstorm. That's interesting. Is DNT going to go for a setup turn while the Amherst would die either way from it? No, he's going to switch out, but is he going to take the Mega? He is, which then he's going to use Stealth Rock, which is unlucky because we know if he learned his lesson, he's going to Bullet Punch into this attack. He doesn't Bullet Punch. We learned, Heavy Stem's enough, but Bullet Punch was enough in every other game, and he wouldn't have taken the damage. This is 3-6, though. This is not looking good, but here comes the carry from last game. I don't know how much it does versus this, but he did do the smart thing and switch out. How much damage is he going to do? It is unlucky. You can't just protect it first, especially when you come in on a switch. You have the free turn there. Frostlass comes in. It does not get rid of the sun, but Ice Spinner is going to do almost nothing. Sandstorm's gone. Draining Kiss is going to do not as much damage as I expected, honestly. I thought that was going to do significantly more. Aqua Step's going to get him set up and get that speed going. I think this turn, Nifina Wind went first, but not anymore. Aqua Step's going to keep him moving. He's going to keep spinning. He's going to get the Moxie. That's a scary Quavel. This is going to stack up very quickly. Celestia comes in. Flying type. Stop protecting on the first turn. You come in because you're not learning any information because, he's going to Aqua Step. And he could take a switch if you're getting the switch. That is an Ice Spinner, which is going to take a ton of damage. The Earthquake is going to come in, just not do that much. It's just not that effective against this. Actually, it's just normal effective. The Protect is just kind of delaying the inevitable. You don't have Poison on the other side. Aqua Step will look pretty as he bounces off this invisible wall, but I think it's just delaying the inevitable with the 2v6. There it goes. And funny enough, the last Pokemon is super effective into Quavel, but not very effective into most of the rest of the team. So will Lady Camden... No, why? Why does... Oh, yes, he is a bird. Quavel learns Brave Bird, takes him out, doesn't die from the recoil, takes the game, and takes the match. Whew! First game 3, and it was a good one. Quavel, different carries in every game. Metagross in the first, Celestia in the second, Quavel really in the third. Spreading it out, spreading the love. No kills. That was a clean 6-0 for the final game, but really, I think that 6-0 does not show how close the game actually was throughout the whole thing. It was a great game, great match. Quilquaval doing 300% of damage. No real misses, nothing crazy on the stats. Can't have asked more from that. So with that, we wrap up our first week of battles. Let's look at the standings after all of that. First off, let's go to the overall standings. Conveniently, with only being 1 week, pretty much comes down to, did you go to 3? Or how many did you win by? So the Dragonknights come in first with a plus-minus of 10. The HONSE come in second with an 8. Corvinights in third with a 7. Now, the one that actually matters for playoffs, we're going to jump to standings. So, the Johto region, the only team with a win from the Johto region this week was the Bonteville Corvinights. Mongo approved is going to have to get their games in later, hopefully. But the Boldores and the Hatmen both lost, so they're going to be at the bottom there. For Hoenn, the HONSE, the Steelstorm, and the Beedrills all won. Everybody who played a game this week won from them. Fortunately, the King Gambits did not get to get their game in this week, but the other 3 all won, so their division is a fight pretty much just with the plus-minus. Opposite of that, we're going to jump down to Galar, where everybody lost this week. So it's the opposite because I try to match up the divisions to play other divisions at the same time. So they're 0-1 across the board, except for the one person who didn't get to play. And then, the final division, the Sinnoh division, the Dragonknights lead, followed by the Goonsquad with the 2 wins, and the Alakazams bringing up the rear. Kill leaders, Metagross, as we all saw, carried that game real hard. Spectrider again, both of those two, I believe they both 6-0'd their game, which really shows how strong they are. The surprise of the first week is Corsola, Galarian Corsola, being 3rd overall, with then Dragonite, Iron Bundle, Celestia, Corviknight, Armarouge, Zapdos, and Zorora pulling out the top 10. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good week. Sorry there's going to be a delay until the next video because I am going to be in Italy and I'm not going to record this video from Italy. Sorry. But whenever I get back, there'll be an extra long one, so it'll be fun. Hope everybody enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions for the video, please send it over to me. I will listen. And hope everyone has a wonderful day. See ya.